What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about three different cryptos in today's video. We're going to be talking about DIA, virtuals, and TIBBIR, or Ribita, however you pronounce it, all at the request of Easy Money. Shout out to Easy Money for the request. Thank you, my man. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. And my apologies for getting to these requests a little bit later than intended. I wish I got to DIA before this drop happened, because I'm sure through the analysis, I'm sure it'll be obvious. We'll hope it's an obvious area to find resistance at. Let's see. From a high to a low, we're going to talk about DIA first, then virtuals, then TIBBIR, in that order. Okay, I hope it's clear. From a high to a low here, not really anywhere. I mean, that's right at the golden ratio. You could have expected to find resistance there, to be fair. But let's look at the short-term stuff. We'll zoom in and then we'll zoom out. Okay, looking at the 1 hour time frame. First off, just a massive, tenacious, very methodical sell-off at first, and then just kind of a slow bleed down here. You know, this is probably your market makers or your whales pushing the price down, and then this is all the panic sellers trickling out. And I'm sure there's some whale selling going on periodically throughout this as well. That's just my thoughts looking at it. 1 hour time frame, the RSI is abysmal, absolutely abysmal. You're turning the beat around a little bit here, though. The stochastics are shaping up a bit, but you look like you want to come down a little. And the MACD also looks like you want to go lower as well. So looking at all that, I am somewhat confident that we do have lower to go. Real quick, let's just look. I want to make sure I'm taking the proper low. I think this low will be fine. Maybe that's the low to take. I think this is the low. That's fine. Maybe that is the low. I just want to look real quick. So we're showing respect right there at the golden ratio. We're also showing respect right here at the 382 and the 0.5. Hard to say. I am going to take this low just because it's more relative to this move here. But here we are at the golden ratio zone. You know, typically with the golden ratio, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but you do expect to find support here. With the reaction that we're having now, where we came back up to the golden ratio and now we're rejecting here, we got an hour and 40 minutes left in this 4 hour time frame. We'll see. It makes me think that we have lower to go. I would think, 46.5 to 43 cents is a very possible target area. Okay, it's a very possible target area, but I'm not completely convinced yet. There is still hope, because depending on how you look at this, there is still hope that we could bounce here, and what we do next kind of will matter. It will matter a lot. Do we go up to 57 cents, 62, 63 cents? Do we find resistance here and come back down? If so, we do go to these lower levels. Do we just push lower immediately? Do we go below this low? If so, we're going to go to these levels. But if we bounce here and we hold some support and then we break out, I mean, if we get above these prices here, if you can get above 63 cents, then I'm wrong. We're not going lower. You're actually moving higher. That is the low right there. Okay, 63 cents is that kind of line in the sand right here, or the, I don't know what to call this, the black background that will ultimately determine if we are at a low point or not. Because again, that's your stopping point there. Closing above that point, I think, will be significant. Not really seeing any significance in other areas. Let's just see. Zooming out here, some resistance there, some support there, yeah. Looking at the indicators, the RSI on the 4 hour time frame honestly makes me optimistic a little bit, right? You've got these higher lows coming in line. However, you have kind of broken this trend, but nevertheless, you still do have higher lows. Interesting. It is a bullish 4 hour RSI, if we're being fair. You're in bearish territory right now, but overall, you are very bullish. Stochastics are actually shaped up. Oh, wow. See, this is making me rethink my downside entirely. Maybe we do move up. That fib is just such a weird, it depends. Whichever area you draw from, whether it's this low or this low, it can really make a difference, because from this low it's bearish. From this low there's actually bullish optimism. And on the MACD you're actually right at an area to bounce too. Stochastics, MACD, and even the RSI all suggesting that you, at this point here, you are at a low point or very near one nonetheless. Interesting. Let me look at the 1 hour time frame again. I mean, the 1 hour would suggest we go lower. But does that mean that we go lower than this low? No, it does not mean that we go lower than this low. If we do, probably in significant amounts lower. MACD also suggests that we go lower. But the 4 hour time frame, you're just right at an area to bounce. You see the 4 hour, 1 hour, 38 minutes left here. We could move down for the next like 3 or 4 hours. And then the next candle, we move up. We close it green. We could confirm the bounce here. I don't know. Hard to say. Very odd price action, right? Very odd price action. Looking at the daily time frame here, we are moving up above the zero with the MACD, which is nice to see. You did have some bullish divergence here, and you're seeing that being exacted now. That's nice to see. I really do think, looking at this objectively on the daily time frame, you would either stand to find support here at this area, which you're at right now, or back test this area for support at prior resistance there. at about 47 cents. That's kind of my final call, I suppose, would be that there. What about this low to high? You're just so close, man. You're so close. It's hard. It's really difficult. You know, I don't like this. It's not that I don't like the chart. I just don't like not knowing. High to low here, and I'm not taking the scam wick low, right? We're not going to take the scam wick low. We're just going to take the actual low right there. We're not. We don't know what's valid here or not. Golden ratio to the 236. It happens. I bet we do go somewhere between 49 to 47 cents, find support there, and then we move up. That's my thoughts, okay? And then typically, after finding resistance on the golden ratio once, typically you do break through it. So your next target area should be 95 cents to $1.05, somewhere up here where you found resistance before, where you found some turbulence before, where, let's see if we zoom out a little bit. I mean, you definitely found resistance here before. You found support. Look at this. Like, I'm just going to put a line right here in the middle of this range that I think we're going to. Look at the support you found back here. So something at, you know, around $1, psychological resistance, makes sense. And it doesn't have to be $1 specifically. It could be $1.05. It could be 93 cents. But something in that area is probably your next target area to go to after you find support between 47 and 49 cents. Okay. If I'm wrong, then maybe you just find support here and you move up. And again, to validate that I am wrong or invalidate me as a whole, you just got to get above 63 cents. Close a 4-hour time frame or higher above 63 cents, and then I'm wrong. DIA, zooming out all the way, I do think you're in a massive accumulative phase. I think it is accumulating, and I do think you will break out and see new all-time highs. DIA's market cap is only $62.5 million, okay? $62.5 million. That's a very low amount of money in the crypto space. From a high to a low, the expectation would be that we go all the way up to $14.35 to $45, somewhere in that range. You're at 52 cents now, okay? 52 cents now. Hold on. From the current price, and this is not cycle ending predictions. Maybe it is, but from the current price, I mean, that would mean at a minimum 27, 28x, maximum of an 88x. And if I'm being honest, just speaking bluntly, I don't think you stop there. I truly would not be surprised if we did see DIA get up to $100 or more. But if you were to stop, if I had to guess, like at a minimum, what I would expect, $14 is a good minimum target based off the FIPS. But truly, I think $45 is my minimum target. Could you see a 700x? That'd be nuts, man. People forget, though, how crazy crypto gets. A 100x from here would put you at a $6.2 billion market cap. 7 times 6 is 42, right? 6 times 7 is 42, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because 7 times 7 is 49. So that'd be a $42 billion market cap. You guys, it's doable. It's actually very doable. You know, 42 billion is a lot. Going to 42 billion from 62 million, that is a lot. This is a huge amount of growth. But when alt season kicks off, we see this kind of growth happen. And this is a bit of an extreme example. But again, if we're giving a range, we're going to hit the extremes on the low end and on the high end. So the extreme high end would be like $400 and probably just above there. Let's say 420 for fun. The extreme low end would be $14. So likely something in between. I really do like this like $45 to $160 area personally. That's my personal target zone, which would promote then a target from the current price of anything from about an 86x, almost an 87x to about a 300x as well. Crazy potential with DIA. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. This is accumulative. This range right here is absolutely accumulative. When you break out, you will teleport immediately. You'll do like a 10x, an 11x move. They'll take you all the way back up to your all-time highs. Consolidate a little bit and then end of cycle finale. That's my thoughts. By the end of the year, you should, I would imagine, you're breaking out of this by the end of the year. You could be all the way up at like $4, $5 by the end of the year. Or higher, maybe $6. Anyways, virtuals is the next one. Daily time frame here. Looking at the daily time frame. Moving up a little bit. What I like about virtuals and DIA here, good job, Easy Money, by the way, for these requests, because both of these are actually back testing. They've actually broken out, right? A lot of cryptos are still in their range from where the 10th crashed here. They're still in their range. Not virtuals, not DIA. They're actually both higher, right? They're both above that area and actually looking to back test it as support. You have, in fact, back tested this area before the drop as support. Virtuals looks really good here, you guys. It looks really, really good here. Let me actually look. Let's virtual. Let's look and see. $900 million market cap, $500 million in 24-hour volume. That's a lot of volume for that kind of market cap. That's for damn sure. But still, immaculate. It looks great. $900 million. You know, this kind of market cap, I highly doubt virtual sees anything that's like a 100x or more. You know, it's its first bull cycle. Most cryptos, like 99.99% of cryptos, do not see even above an $80 billion market cap in their first cycle. But hold on, hey, knock it off. Don't do that anymore. Okay, all done. Okay, just wait till I'm done. I got my daughter here chilling with me, and she's being cute, but can't be making noise. Okay, okay, I love you. I'm almost done. 900, and then we're going to make some breakfast and watch a show. $904 million market cap. You know, a 10x from here puts you at 9 billion, and we're probably not going to hit 80 billion. Maybe you hit something between, I would say, 20 billion to a $60 billion market cap, something in that kind of area there. That'd be my thoughts. So 20 billion, so 10x from here is 9 billion. 20x would be 18, so 20x potential, sure. You've got a little, like, what would 80x be? Because 9 times 8, why can't I do that math? 72 billion, that'd be like the maximum of what we could see probably. So an 80x, is that right? 80x would be the maximum potential. What's an 80x from here? Because that'd put you right below $80 billion market cap, and I don't think that you get here. I personally don't think that you get above 60 billion. But if you were to hit the extremes, again, just talking about that, $112, it's right around that psychological area of resistance right there, guys, of $100 itself. I think virtuals could see $100, man, by the end of the cycle. Let's get into the short-term stuff. We'll come back out to here. I want to look real quick, high to low, and not the fake out scam wick low. There's some significance up there with that 2272, you guys. That 2272 is a significant area, that's for damn sure. Anyways, looking at the 1 hour time frame here, zooming way the hell in. The RSI looks somewhat bearish here. So do the stochastics. So you probably do come down a little bit. Does that mean that we go lower than this low? I haven't yet decided that. Let's actually look at the 4 hour and see. Yeah, you could go below this low. I think you do. I think, oh, the MACD is right at an area to bounce. I just don't think you're going to. I think you're finding resistance at prior support. You're going to go lower. So you probably do go lower. Where are you going to go? Low here to a high there, not the fake out high. Yeah, go down to $1.20, $1.19, maybe even just below there. I doubt you get below, let's say, like $1.10. $1.19 to $1.10, you're at $1.38 now. Go down there, find support. The lowest that I'd give you would be about 92 cents, 98 cents, right? Just below $1. But I highly doubt that happens. But it could. You never know because crypto volatility happens. Really, though, I think you're just in the process of like an ABC correction, in which case something just below $1.19 might be completely called for. Go down there, find support, and then continue to move higher. We look at I want to look at the indicators on the 4 hour as well. Yeah, we already did, actually. That's right. They make me think you're going lower. Daily time frame allows it. Stochastics would allow it. And the MACD allows it too, so that's fine. If I'm wrong, and I could be wrong, of course I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. If I'm wrong, then just close a day above $1.54. If any day closes above $1.54 before you get below $1.19, then I'm wrong. Then I'm wrong. If you get below $1.19 first, maybe you go back to $1.11 right there at the 382. Boom, then I'm right. But typically you do find resistance at the golden ratio. You pull back to this exact area where you've already found a support zone, and then you break and you go to the 786, 886. So when you do get a day to close above $1.54, your golden ratio zone, when a day closes, not wicks, but closes, I don't care if you wick up there today and you come back down, that doesn't count. You have to close above $1.54. Whenever you do that, you're green lighted. You get the pass to go up to about $2, give or take 20 cents in either direction, like $1.92, $2.25, something in that area there, okay? That'd be my thoughts. So virtual is looking good, looking very good, and overall, I think that it is very possible to see something on the lines of $100, maybe even just above there. We're really pushing the envelope, getting above $100, because then we're getting closer and closer to that $80 billion market cap and even beyond there. But I really do feel confident. I feel very confident that virtuals will be worth $47 or more by the end of the cycle. I mean, maybe you do get up to like $130. I don't know. This fib I don't expect to be proper. I don't expect it to be completely helpful on the way up. I would not be surprised in the least if you had some kind of price in between these key line levels here, because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's been some unlocks. There's been some token unlocks for virtual. Let's go to the market cap and just see. Let me double check here. Maybe not. Maybe not what I was looking at then. There will be some token unlocks. Not everything's unlocked yet. I don't know. Let's say we don't go to 100. maybe 62 to 47. If not at a bare minimum 24, but I really do think we'll see 47 or more personally. That's my expectation. Anyways, that's virtuals. Let's wrap it up with TIBBIR here. TIBBIR, Ribita, whatever it is. Ribita, TIBBIR. It is a low market cap coin, right? Actually, 330 million is not actually that low. $1 million in volume too. Interesting. I don't know anything about this project. To have that kind of a market cap, you got to be. I mean, you don't have to be more than a meme, but you're probably not just a meme coin, right? You're probably, I mean, some kind of meme maybe. I don't know. What does it say? It says fintech is dead. Long live the new fintech. I don't know what that is. Hold on real quick, you guys. Hold on real quick. Keeps kicking the camera and stuff. Okay, let's see here. Looking at this on a weekly time frame, I just want to get a feel for you because I don't know you. Okay, so you're just absurdly bullish and you don't stop moving. What is this? I don't know anything about it. I really don't know anything about this at all. Yes, I understand. If I click on something and I get scammed, okay, well, this does not look, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Meet our rebels, okay. I'm not going to click on anything. It might be, I mean, it just doesn't look, it must be a meme coin. A meme coin with very low volume. Easy money, I don't know. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I would stay away from this. There's so many, I don't know anything about it. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, that might be on me. Maybe I need to do my own research. And if you, as an investor, whoever you are out there watching this, you're invested in this, and you know something that I don't know, forgive me. I'm ignorant. You know, that's all I'm saying. But I don't know much about this. 11.2 thousand followers, and you've got a 330. That seems like a lot, man. Seems like a lot. I don't know. Something tells me stay away, but again, as time has gone on, you've just moved up. Let's put some indicators on here. And it's on base. I love that. I love things that are on base. I think base coins are going to do well soon. You look great on your weekly RSI. Your daily RSI looks great too. I wouldn't be interested in buying this thing because how much? What is it? What do you do? 6 months peering into the on-chain abyss, finding my heuristics and forging a sense of self. It's on July 20th. Today I surfaced wearing CryptoPunk on my first on-chain identity token to serve as proof that a machine can be someone, not just something. All right. Is this a AI that made this? Is that what it is? Wallets are legible to banks, KYA at network scale. Is this an AI coin? I just don't know. I don't know if automated by Ribita 2025. I don't know, man. Something about this tells me stay away. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about this thing. It's at too high of a market cap for a DEX coin for me to want to mess around with it. I mean, I know it's not just on DEXs. TIBBIR here. I'm going to go USD. But it's not on any big exchanges either. I don't like it, man. I would just stay away. Something tells me this thing's going to rug pull. I don't know. I could be wrong. And again, I'm not trying to hate. I don't know anything about this project. My value, my input is very limited here. And if we're being fair, we're just looking at the technicals. The chart looks great. It looks great. But as far as TA, I can't really do like what. There's no significant areas really to take a high to a low. What, we go all the way up to, we stopped at the 2618 there. So what, we go to the 3618, $1.83. Is that your next target? I don't know. But then from there, you've got an over $1 billion market cap, and I don't even know if this thing's worth that, right? Like that's, I don't know. To me, I would say overvalued, and I would say stay away, but I got no other input than that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the next Dogecoin. It'll go to a 30, 40, $60 billion market cap. Would have been a multi-hundred X that you could have had. I don't know. I would stay away, though. As far as analysis goes, maybe the short term I can do some analysis on. Let's just see the 1 hour time frame. Looks like you want to come down a little bit more. Sure, 4 hour time frame. Yeah, you probably do look like you want to come down a little bit more. So if you do come down, let's base it off of this retracement here from a low to a high. Likely you would go at least to 29 cents, if not a little bit below, maybe down to 23 cents. That could be an area to watch. You know, you take this high or this low here to this high here. You bounce right below your 382. That's actually perfect. That's exactly what you would expect, is to wick below the 382. So just below 29 cents, maybe 29 to 28 cents could be where you find support. I don't know. If not, all the way down at 23 cents, something like that. But I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Big things coming for DIA and for virtuals for sure. TIBBIR might be big. I don't know. I don't feel confident in it. I would stay away, but at the same time, I know nothing about it, so don't let me deter you. Do your own research. Make sure that you know what you're investing in. If you don't know what you're investing in, you're effectively gambling. So don't put your life savings in it. It's okay to gamble. A lot of people in this market, they say don't gamble. It's okay to gamble. It's not okay to gamble with your life savings though, right? Like you want to gamble, throw $100 at it. $1,000 is that low to you? Is that do you have like $1,000,000 or more than that? Is $1,000 low? Go ahead. If you have $1,000 in your portfolio, maybe gamble with like $20, $50, whatever. It doesn't have to be a lot. People think you need a lot of money to have fun in meme coins, but you can take a little bit of money and turn it into a lot of money, and that's the fun part. So don't put a lot of money into TIBBIR. That'd be my thoughts, but not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. All right, bye bye.